Video, we're going to look at another multi-step inequality, this time working with negatives. We start off with negative 2y minus 15 is less than negative 3. All right, I'm going to rewrite my problem so you can follow my steps. And I'm going to add, let's make that y a y, 15 to both sides. And I'm going to be left with 2y on the left side is less than negative 3 plus 15 would be positive 12. And now I'm going to isolate the variable, of course, by dividing both sides by 2. That, of course, means y is going to be less than 6. Now let's take a look at a multi-step inequality using the distributive property. All right, I've got 3 multiplied by p plus 5.8 being less than or equal to negative 28.2. And I'm going to have to use the distributive property here and distribute that 3. Let me darken that decimal point. So my first step is to distribute that 3 to both the p and the 5.8. The result of that distribution will be 3p plus 3 multiplied by 5.8 is less than or equal to negative 28.2. At this point, I'm going to at this point, I'm going to multiply the 3 by the 5.8, and as a result of that multiplication, I will get 3p plus 17.4 is less than or equal to negative 28.2. Pardon me. Now I can subtract 17.4 from both sides, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to subtract 17.4, and I'm going to subtract 17.4. And remember, this is a positive 17.4. I have negative 28.2 minus 17.4. Subtracting a positive is the same as adding a negative, right? So essentially, I'm really doing this, negative 28.2 plus negative 17.4. And the result of that is going to be negative 45.6. Okay, and I still have 3p over here, so 3p is now less than or equal to negative 45.6. Remember, I subtracted a positive from this side, I'm subtracting a positive from this side. When I subtract a positive from a negative, I'm moving to the left on the number line, I get more negatives. All right, let's divide both sides by 3 to isolate the variable p. And I'm dividing by a positive, so I do not need to move my symbol. I'm just going to slide this up a little. And p is less than or equal to negative 15.2. And that is solving a multi-step inequality using the distributive property.